Hi guys, welcome back to Behind the Beauty. I have a very special guest, my friend Christine Nguyen.
Hi.
And this is our first guest who isn't like a brand owner or works for a brand specifically, but I thought it was really cool because Christine recently transitioned from working for others to kind of freelancing full time. Mm-hmm. And she has an amazing YouTube channel, which I had been watching longer than I actually met you in real life.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
Yeah, I met you after because I was like commenting on your videos. And then we just met up for lunch and we kind of are friends now.
Yeah.
So I just thought it would be kind of cool. One, because I know a lot of people listening want to kind of figure out how to do something on the side, not necessarily make it their full-time job right away or if ever. Mm-hmm. But I think you did a really good job at having a channel and having a career separately, but also
putting it together.
Yeah. And then now you've kind of taken the initiative to be like, no, I'm going to do everything myself.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe start with like how did you start your YouTube channel? Like what were you doing?
Okay. So I started my YouTube channel because I was in film school and YouTube was like this new thing, this like crazy new thing that like people can upload their projects to. So I started uploading my projects there. And yeah, so it started with that.
Okay.
It's as easy as that. If I didn't get the first project up, I probably would have never made YouTube videos.
So was your first video like a class project?
Yeah. It's not up on my channel right now. I think it's on private. But then I started uploading like makeup videos because I loved watching makeup tutorials online. Yeah, and like Michelle Phan and like I don't know. There's this other girl and I can't remember her name, but she used to do only MAC stuff.
It wasn't Jacqueline, was it?
No.
Okay, because she used to.
She's not around anymore.
Oh.
But
you know, there's a lot of people I used to really watch and they just disappeared.
Yeah. There's, Lollipop 26. There's this girl called Lollipop 26, and now she's huge on Instagram. Her Instagram's called Buy Now Blog Later.
Oh.
But a long time ago, she used to make YouTube videos, and then
Wow. There's this one girl I really, really liked because she was so relatable.
Yeah.
And I want to say her screen name was like Your Other Sister or something like that. And I was like, she was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
And then just nothing.
Yeah, she stopped out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was before it was like this big thing.
Yeah.
Too.
I want those people to come back and see where they're at,
Okay, so it was actually first class project that you uploaded. What do you remember what the project was?
No, I don't. I think it was because we did a lot of shorts.
Uh-huh.
So I just remember I really don't remember actually. Like all the videos at the time, they were under 3 minutes. So it had to have been like a short video on something. Yeah.
That's so crazy. Under 3 minutes. Do you know how hard it is to make something under 3 minutes?
I know.
Like a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah, totally.
I think YouTube really has forced us all to be more concise.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a video that's supposed to go up today on Instagram that had to be under 60 seconds. Yeah, and I had to like explain like my skincare advice to my younger self, like in under 60 seconds. I was like, oh, I feel like this is back in college when you had to like create something.
Yeah, totally. I love watching those Insta videos though, because you just get right to the point.
Yeah.
There's no like filler or anything. But then also like it kind of lacks personality in a sense, because when you watch like the longer videos, like the 16-minute videos or whatever, you get the whole story. That's
the thing. That's what I find so hard about the Instagram videos right now. I love them, especially the food ones.
Oh yeah.
But and it's just hard to find, like, how do I share my personality, the information, and get my message across in like 60 seconds?
I think for food videos, it's easy because you don't really have to explain much. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all visual.
Yeah. But there's no personality.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who
Unless
that
you
person,
have, really cool props.
Yeah, well, it's always like, I think is it Delish or something, like when they do the snap and the avocado like opens.
Oh yeah.
There's like editing personality.
Yeah.
But
that makes it fun.
No, yeah. So those are really fun. I think for beauty though, you lack a little bit of what makes why I like watching YouTube.
Yeah. Because
So
every person has a separate personality, and then something so saturated, like you really want to hear a speaking voice in a sense. So yeah, but I still like watching those. I don't care.
Oh no, I do too. We'll see how this one does, because it's not just me sitting down doing my makeup. It's like I tried to make it a short essentially. So we'll see how today's video goes. But it's about sunblock. Like,
oh, nice, cool.
Yeah, because that's my advice to myself.
Yeah. Oh, that's huge right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunblock.
Well, so you started uploading videos of yourself doing makeup.
Yeah.
And then after college, you kept doing it.
Yeah. After college, I kept doing it. I don't know if you noticed, but like a lot of the videos on my channel is not just like beauty related. It's like apartment tours, interviews with friends. So in the beginning, it started out being only interviews with friends. And then I started doing makeup videos, and then I don't know, I've always loved makeup and beauty, so I started focusing more on that. But then I'm trying to get back into introducing more people back into my videos.
Well, no, I love the apartment tours. I love your series of get ready with me's with different people just getting ready and you talking to them.
I love watching those.
Those are those are. But I think it's so unique, like, because you took Get Ready With Me and then you made it like different. I don't know. You took something that is very likable and watchable to begin with, and then you just made it very different, because I like Christine. I come to your channel because I like your aesthetic and I like you. But then to see the people that you're interested in come and just do their makeup and you asking all the questions, it's a natural conversation. So it's like watching your big sisters talking.
I have a load of sisters. Like I have 3 sisters, so I love watching everyone put on their makeup and do their makeup. So yeah, I hope it comes off that way, like that it's just watching a friend do their makeup. It's like getting ready with someone else.
Essentially, and you're typically not on camera, you're just talking.
Because I feel like it's distracting if I'm there too.
Well, if you're just there sitting there, but if you were there like just looking through their makeup bag, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I think it's really cool. And then you always have this amazing aesthetic to your videos. Like,
thanks.
I was talking about it with Chris because I was like, God, she's just so freaking cool. Like it's so annoying, but like, and he watched some of your videos and he was like, it's like watching a beauty Vice channel. Like, what? It's like Vice.
That's the nicest thing I've ever heard.
But it's like watching Vice for beauty, like for girls.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I love Vice, so thank you so much.
Yeah. And I was like, I just feel so like not cool when I'm around her and like all her friends.
Yeah, right. I love your channel.
Oh, like I just feel like I'm a little like IKEA furniture, whereas you're like, I thrifted this, I found this. Like,
no, because it's like a real passion. It's like a real hobby. I love doing that.
I love doing it too, but I feel like I go in waves.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's always like ups and downs, because yesterday I spent the whole day thrifting with my mom. And we went to a bunch of different places in Orange County, but then it wasn't until the end of the day that I found like a boatload of stuff. So it comes in waves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think if I have like a day of not finding anything, I'm over it, because totally. I'm like, ugh.
Exactly.
But I do enjoy a good find.
Yeah. I found some really good stuff yesterday.
I love recycled denim.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like for over a year, all I wore was like jeans I found at recycled clothing places.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I always have a hard time with that because the sizing is always like different.
Oh, it's always different. You have to try on 100 pairs.
Yeah, I don't have the patience for that. I don't have the stamina to
I have like I have to have the mood. That's the thing. It's like
that's true.
You've got to be in the mood.
Yeah.
And then you just drive and find like 5 pairs.
But Pasadena is really good for thrifting.
Yeah, you found that great coat the last time you were here.
Yeah.
And then we have a Crossroads down the street.
Yeah.
And then of course the flea market.
Yeah.
The Rose Bowl flea market, which is overpriced, but
I feel like it's it's just really stressful getting parking and everything too. Like just kind of
Really?
Or just parking, yeah.
I always find parking.
I find parking, but just like the traffic coming into it, then like walking to your car, walking back. I guess it's all the effort that goes into it.
I guess
doesn't
I
really
just
justify it.
stop traffic and like if I see a spot,
Yeah.
I'm like everyone stop. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take it.
Yeah, I don't know. Driving like stresses me out now. I used
Yeah.
to commute, like when I was working full time, I used to commute all the way to the west side every day, and that's like about an hour and a half in traffic.
Yeah.
So then now that I'm just freelance, I just work from home. I didn't put any miles in the last like 6 months or 8 months on my car. Yeah, it's amazing. But then whenever I get back in a car, even if it's just like a 15-minute drive, I get so much anxiety from it.
I'm hit or miss, but I
Yeah.
know that feeling. Like I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
And I live in a place where I can walk to everything.
Oh, that's so nice.
I mean, I literally I made Chris drop me off at Target. I was like, "Can you take me to Target and just drop me off?"
I've been Ubering everywhere. Even if I have a car, I'm making car payments and everything, and I still Uber everywhere.
Yeah. Are you gonna be one of those people that gets rid of their cars?
No, because I need my car to go visit my family. They live pretty far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we thought about like becoming a 1-car family.
Wait, why aren't you a one car family? You guys both work from home, yeah?
Yeah, we tried it because I go to enough events where it's like
Oh yeah. Okay.
depending on the week,
Yeah, I
it
guess
could be
so.
bad.
There's always a solution around that too. I feel
Well, and plus when we did consider becoming a 1-car family, I
Mhm.
still had to go to Orange County a lot because
Yeah.
of my mom.
like. Yeah.
Now, I actually think now we maybe could get away with it,
Mm-hmm.
but both cars are paid off, so it's like there's no point at this
Yeah,
point.
that's
Like
true.
just keep the cars.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
mine's pretty new.
Oh.
I just bought mine last year.
Oh yeah.
So,
Hmm.
and the other one's like, we'll just drive it till the wheels fall off.
Yeah. It's the maintenance, the insurance, everything that comes along with like buying a car. That's why sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna move to Seattle, sell my car, or move to
It's
New York.
expensive up there now.
Yeah, but then think about like the expenses that you spend on your car, like the insurance, the gas, all of that. But then groceries, I guess, or running errands,
Yeah.
thrifting.
I lived in New York. Groceries were really hard.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing that actually.
I was really fit though.
Yeah,
Like without working out, I was really fit just because of all the walking.
Because of all the walking.
And I lived in a 6th-floor walk up. So
oh, dang.
every time I bought groceries, like getting down the subway, up,
Yeah.
walk 3 blocks, up 6 flights,
Man,
Yeah.
how long did you live in New York for?
just like at a year.
At a year?
Yeah. I had horrendous luck with housing.
Mm-hmm.
Like so bad that at the end of it, I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Man, how old were you when you were living there?
I was 24.
Oof, yeah.
No, I was younger.
Yeah. So still like,
20, it was right out of college. I graduated early. So I think I was 23, 24
mm-hmm.
ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a, I mean, and anyone who moves there and like makes a living for themselves and everything, I applaud them because it is so hard out there.
It's really hard, but it's like a different hard because I think LA, people don't give people who live in LA a credit. Because a lot of people will move from New York to LA, especially in the entertainment world, because that's where I come from. And I would see a lot of my really successful friends from New York move to LA and just like couldn't deal with it. And I don't, because as hard as New York is to survive just daily, the people, there's a community to it. Like, so I had a horrendous last experience with the place I was renting, and I was crashing on my friend's couch, like all the way in Jamaica, Queens.
Yeah.
So, but I was also auditioning for grad school. I had a coaching session with my acting coach at the time, and he's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I just don't know what I'm going to do." Like, I kind of told him my situation, and so we did our coaching session, and at the end he was like, "I don't want you to pay me. You can pay me if you get your security deposit back, send me a check, but no." And I was like, "I can't do that." And he's like, "I wouldn't have survived in the city if people didn't help me, and I'm just paying it for it." Like, just the kind of help that people give you in the city, like there's some sort of community about being so on top of each other. And yes, people snap at you, you get screamed at, like weird shit happens. But at the same time, people are more willing to help. Like people are more willing to let me crash on their couch for a month.
That's true, huh?
Yeah, it's really bizarre. Like not in a bad way, just different.
Yeah.
Whereas like in LA, that would never happen.
Really? So yesterday I found this like giant painting. It's like a little bit bigger than my car. So I thought for whatever reason, I'm like, oh, like I feel like it would fit in my car if I just like pull the seats down. So I bought the painting and I brought it out to my car, and I was struggling putting it in my car. And then this guy, like, just a couple of spots down, he was like, I was watching you put this in your car. You're doing it all wrong. So then he came over with his toolbox and took the frame apart.
Oh.
And then I'm like, see, like, people in LA, like, do really nice stuff like that. all
Where
the
were
time.
you?
Like,
what part of LA?
in Highland Park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't that far, but he was like, yeah, if it doesn't fit, then I can just drive it over too. And I'm like, dude, that's so nice. And I feel like,
That's so nice.
yeah, because when I was in New York, I remember someone sent me an email saying, okay, well, you're going to see someone crying in the subway, bawling their eyes out. And then you're going to want to like come over and console them and everything. But don't do it, because one day you're going to be that person too. And everyone like cries in public because in New York, unlike LA, there's not that much space, right?
Yeah.
So people have intimate moments like, like when you're talking to your, I don't know, let's say you're going through cancer or something like that, and you're talking to your dad about it, instead of talking about it in your living room at home, people talk about it in the subway, people talk about it in the streets.
I was one of those girls crying on the subway.
Yeah. I feel like that's what makes a real New Yorker, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that experience, and I remember seeing it for the first time, seeing someone cry, like a grown ass man crying on the subway. I'm like, oh my God, I really want to like come over there and be like, it's going to be okay. But I didn't do it. I didn't have the balls to do it. And then eventually it happened to me, and I looked around like thinking, isn't anyone going to help me? And no one did.
I think
so. I have like a jaded experience with.
Well, okay.
New
So
York.
in my moment of breaking down on the subway, there were like two guys on the train still, and they saw me, and they're aware, but I didn't want anybody to come help me because there wasn't something they could help me with.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
That's true. Yeah.
So, but then at another time when I got off on the wrong stop like super late at night. It was like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
It's not that late for New York standards, but it was late enough where the trains aren't running as frequently.
Mm-hmm.
So I got off on the wrong stop, got confused, and then needed to jump back on, but the train was like closing. And this like super thuggy looking guy like pries the doors open and lets me back on the train. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. Cause I could have been stuck there for like an hour before the next train came. Cause we were also not on one of those main stops. Yeah. So he like, and then he was just like, like, do you know what I mean?
No big. Yeah.
Like, no big, but yeah, I just saved you. Like, So I feel like you have to ask for help or like be in that, because I feel like New Yorkers want to respect your space.
That's true, because lack of space.
Yeah. That's the thing I do respect about that. Like, as crowded as like on top of each other everyone is, there is less like road rage. There's road rage, but everyone gets over it. Yeah. Like, if you are ever in a car in New York and then come to LA, like people all drive like crazy, but in New York there's no space, so you're literally cutting people off left and right. Yeah. And people honk and like go, "What are you doing?" But then the next second, nobody's like mad at you. Like, they might just initially be like, "You're a jerk," and then they like move on.
Yeah, they pass.
Yeah. And you could be stuck with the person behind you, like in front of you, but nobody's like constantly on you being you did something. Whereas in LA, tons of space, guys, like 5-lane freeways. Yeah. And you accidentally, or someone deems that you did something wrong, and they will chase you for miles. Yeah. Screaming. Had that happen. Yeah. Yeah. And you're just like, dude, get over it.
Yeah, like move on with your life.
Yeah, like, okay, honk at me, flick me off, move on. But they will actually actively chase you down. Yeah. So I just think
it's different.
It's a different, like, whereas I also think in New York, like, you are always at the risk of getting punched in the face because you're like, if you behave like an asshole, someone's gonna punch
you in the face and
punch you in the face at some point, because there's no car, there's no like protection. Yeah. Whereas in LA,
that's true, huh?
You can like act like a douche or act like a jerk.
But you're in your car and you're in your own space.
And you feel this false sense of protection.
Yeah, that's true. That is true because like oftentimes like when I get in my car, I'll like, road rage and everything. I'll say things that I would never say to someone to their face,
Yeah.
I would never say to someone even over the phone. Yeah. So that's totally true.
Yeah.
Turn into a different person in a car. Yeah.
Because you just feel safe.
Yeah, totally. Oh man, the true self comes through.
No, and I think that's the thing. It's like, whereas in New York, anything you say or do, there could be a potential consequence.
Yeah.
Because there's no metal like in between you.
It's like taking a dog off its leash. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like at a dog park.
Yeah.
Yeah. They all just go crazy. Like, what do I do?
So how long have you been on YouTube then?
I've been on YouTube, I think a little over 10 years now. I think I started in like 2007 or 2008. I'm not quite sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's been like consistent though.
Yeah. It's been nice. Well, I mean, like when I first started, it was just a hobby up until maybe 2 years ago.
Even when I met you, you were kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this.
Yeah. I didn't think that I was going to keep doing it. But right now it's not like although I do it, I mean, I freelance full time. It's not my only thing. I shoot e-com and I do a bunch of other things too. But that's my hobby and that's my passion, So it doesn't feel like work anymore. So this is like, I'm really happy to say this because just like a month ago, I sat down and I realized this is the happiest I've ever been in my life. Like I'm not looking forward to the weekend anymore. I'm not looking forward to my days off anymore. I have a really good relationship with all my friends and my family as well because I make time for everyone.
Yeah.
And I'm actually traveling, doing things that I want to do on my own terms. So I'm really fortunate in that sense. So I want to keep doing this for as long as I can.
Yeah.
And then keep saving up, obviously. Because I don't know if it's true, but I know like a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people who work on social media or do things like influencers in general, they say that there's going to be an end to it at some point. I don't know if that's the case because we're still in it kind of. So, I just really want to run with it for as long as I can until my stamina runs out, I guess.
Yeah. I think it's so fascinating because I met you maybe 2 years ago, I guess, or a year ago.
Yeah.
And we had lunch and you're just like, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this. And I was like, what? Because especially since you just did it because it was a hobby.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, why would you stop doing it if it makes you happy? And then just seeing like how you've progressed in that short time span.
Yeah. I don't know though, because I think with any job, there's ups and downs.
Yeah.
Even like a 9-to-5 job.
Oh yeah.
And then I remember talking to a friend about it too. She's like, well, like, didn't you just say that you were going to like stop doing this? I'm like, well, it's a hobby. So no matter what, I'm going to keep doing some sort of creative outlet. But the thing is, she's like, well, like, YouTube can't go on forever. And I'm like, yeah, but is your job going to be forever?
Nothing's forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
no job is definite.
Realtors, there was a huge change. Travel agents, like when Expedia and Orbitz and all those things came out. Like,
so, totally. So there's no sure job or no sure thing.
I think you have to just be open to change.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because even though, let's say YouTube disappeared tomorrow, I learned photography skills and video skills and
exactly,
like I've learned a lot of I could potentially probably edit for a living at this point.
Yes, that's the crazy thing, because like for a while there I was thinking, like right when I went full-time freelance, I was like, well, am I really like, because I'm not working with a team anymore, am I really learning any new skills? Am I really challenging myself? And like, I have to say, this is the most challenging job I've ever had, but it's also the most rewarding. I work on weekends, and I don't feel like I'm working on weekends.
Yeah, I think when you did the Get Ready With Me on your channel, you're probably one of the, you just work all the time.
Yeah, but you work all the time because you actually have a schedule. You actually have like a boatload of videos that you have to put out every week because you promised yourself that, and newsletters too, because I read them.
Oh yeah.
And there's like, so in podcasts, you know, like that's
Well,
a whole different level
but
of,
I love it.
yeah,
It's like, but I was at your place at some point where I was like, oh, I don't have that pressure of having to do the videos. It
Yeah.
was just a hobby,
yeah,
or it was something I loved, but it wasn't what I was getting paid to do.
yeah,
So, but the more I loved it, the more that's all I wanted to do. And
Yeah.
obviously, like you mentioned, there's downsides and there's ups and downs.
yeah,
There's a lot of downs when you get to like the stress level I put on myself.
yeah.
But a lot of it is self-inflicted.
It is. I feel like it's mostly self-inflicted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't until really last month
Uh-huh.
when I was like, I'm skipping this video. It's not going to go up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just don't have time.
Yeah.
Or like today when we're filming this episode right now, I uploaded my PR unboxing on the wrong channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't have time to re-upload this because I had filled in the description box. I had done everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized, oh shit, this is on my main channel. This isn't on my second channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, whatever. It's going up on my main channel on a Tuesday. Like they're still getting this video. It's just on the odd channel.
Yeah.
Like, so it wasn't until literally last month when I'm like, shit's going to happen.
Yeah.
They'll forgive me.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
I think that's the thing. Cause like as a viewer, I would like, cause I'm subscribed to both. I wouldn't be like, oh shoot, that's on the wrong channel, you know?
That's the thing. Most of the people watching my second channel is
Yeah.
subscribed to my main channel.
Yeah.
So they're not going to care.
Yeah.
Like it would be different if I did the reverse.
Yeah.
They might not find it.
Yeah.
But it's just, I think it's a lot of self lessons that you have, like you just have to figure things out. I personally like having a schedule. I like putting pressure on myself.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
But
I talked to someone about that recently about being on a schedule. Yeah. Apparently it makes a huge difference with your stress level too.
is
right?
it bad? Is it worse or bad?
No, it's better, right?
It's better for me because I know what has to be done.
Yeah.
And I can plan for it.
Yeah.
What's bad about it for me is thinking I can do more than is physically possible.
Yeah. Especially with your schedule too. I can't imagine pumping out.
I technically have 3 channels now because I put the podcast on a separate channel now.
Mm-hmm.
And then the podcast, luckily, other than just syncing the sound and video and editing, cutting off the beginning part and the end,
Yeah.
just is upload time.
Yeah.
And Chris handles all of the iTunes stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But, and then Karina, who you met just now,
Yeah.
she's taken over my blog photography and editing, which has really helped, which is why we're able to produce more content on the blog now. Cause I love my blog. That was really where I started. And having the ability to just be like, hey, I need these shot. I need these swatched. Cause I know what I want to write.
Yeah.
Cause that really is what takes up so much time.
Yeah. Totally.
Is putting it together. So now that I have someone helping, it definitely makes it a little bit more doable. But it's also hard too to like learn how much I can let go.
Yeah.
Because for the first like few months, I was like, I don't want to give that to Karina. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's like your baby, you know, you start it from like,
wait, I'm giving her access to
Yeah.
stuff, like, you know, and just trusting that she'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Or she'll ask me if she needs help. But I think it's hard. It's hard to ask for help. It's hard to let go.
I can't get on that level yet.
I'm not on that level fully.
I don't think I'll ever be on that level because I don't know. Like everything from the beginning till the end, I'm like, okay, this is exactly how I want it. And this is, but sometimes though, I will say sometimes I'll make something and before putting it up, I'll just like watch it over once. And I'm like, okay, well, that's good enough. And then I'll just like upload it. So I feel like having the extra help to make it even better, that would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I keep myself on an upload schedule so that it is good enough.
Yeah.
Otherwise it would never be good enough.
Yeah.
It'll never go up.
Yeah. Oh, so I I went to see a doctor a couple weeks ago and she said that like freelancers or people who just work from home, like oftentimes they get unmotivated. So like if you have to, you know, if you're just shooting all day, like no one's gonna see your bottom half, so you're probably not gonna even like change
I
out
don't
your
wear
pajamas.
pants.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you showed up on time,
yeah,
and I don't have a clock in my filming room,
yeah,
and so I was like, let me put some pants on. Sorry, before we shoot this episode. Yeah, I totally know what or he was talking about, because
she said, because for me, there are days where I just don't have to leave the house.
Yeah.
So then I'll just get up, don't shower. I won't shower. I won't eat breakfast. I won't get coffee or anything. I'll just start working, and I'll be in my pajamas for like 3 days in a row. And then she's like, no, you have to wake up, like get dressed or take a shower, get dressed, do a normal like 9 to 5 type thing. Even if you're not leaving the house, you have to do all those steps just to get yourself on a regular schedule. And then that's when you'll be the most happy. So then I started doing that like maybe a month ago. It's made such a huge difference.
Yay.
Yeah. Your energy is a lot better too.
I totally know that feeling though. Yeah. And I think it is important. I mean, for my videos, I try to, because I film for Makeup Bag Mondays, the products I'm using, like I show how I use it. So that's what I was doing this morning, because I was like, I have to get ready anyways. Let me just film myself getting ready, so I can use that as B-roll. Yeah. But I don't like to wear pants. Yeah. Like I wear shorts. Who does? I know, right? So I think it is important, no matter what you do, even if you're a mom. Yeah. Like I think a lot of moms who have newborns or babies, they fall into that rut. It's, because they're like, well, it's just the baby. They don't care if I shower or get ready. Yeah. So I think it is very much whatever you do in life, you have to have some sort of get ready. I mean, my channel is called Dress Yourself Happy. Like, yeah, which makes such a huge difference. Dress yourself happy. And, I was very hesitant to say that because it sounds so superficial, but it doesn't mean you have to put on this glam look. I mean, like, brush your teeth, brush your hair. Yeah. Literally, like, dress yourself. Yeah. A little bit. Pull yourself out of bed. Yeah. That kind of thing. And because, we all get in that rut where we're just like, oh, I'm depressed. I have anxiety. I don't feel good. I'm just going to stay in bed. And sometimes you need that for a day or two, but you can't let yourself turn that into months or weeks. So like, I started the freelance thing like maybe in August. Yeah. So it was since then, from August up until now, which is like May. Yeah. Up until last month, which is April, I was doing that, like not getting out of bed, not getting dressed at the right time or whatever. My schedule was just way off, and now I'm starting to, like have a schedule. Yeah. And it feels so good. It feels so much better to do that. And I have my sleep clothes and I have my like lounge clothes. So even if I don't put pants on, I have like my around the house pants, which is like typically comfy shorts or something like that. So at least it's like different, a mental, I'm putting something different on. Yeah. It's comfortable because I want to be comfortable while I'm sitting there. Yeah. But totally. Some sort of transition wear. Yeah. So you've been freelancing for a while now. Yeah. I think, what was that moment when you were just like, I'm going to do this? Oh my God. Okay. So, last year it was crazy. So, last year a friend of mine passed away. He's not like a really close friend or anything, but he was close to all my closest friends. So he passed away. And I remember like the very next day I was at work and I was just like, God, if I died right now, I really don't have that much to say for myself. Like I work this job and I'm not really learning anything new. I'm not really challenging myself. And I started having like dreams of him every night for like 5 nights in a row. And so then I Googled repeating dreams, and they said that is because the reason why a lot of people have repeating dreams is because they're not challenging themselves or they're not exercising like the creative aspect of their brain or whatever. So then I thought about it. I'm like, okay, I haven't done anything creative in a while. I haven't traveled anywhere. I haven't done anything to like add value to my life.
So I'm going to put in my 2 weeks notice. Then I did. And that was the first time, because I've always had like a 9 to 5, like a normal everyday,
Yeah.
like structured salaried job. So it was the first time in my life where I was just like, oh, and then after that happened, it was good for a couple months. And then December, January happened. And that was just, oh God, that was horrible. Because there's like not that much work.
There's no work.
Yeah.
The
Leading up
last
to it.
quarter of the year just sucked.
Leading up to it, it was amazing because I was saving so much money. And yeah, I was finally traveling and I was feeling really good about it. And then December, January happened. I was just like, oh crap. Like, no. And then it started picking up again. So although I haven't done it for a full year, I feel like I kind of have the rhythm down a little bit.
Yeah.
So I know what to prepare for, which is good.
Yeah. And like how the beginning of a new quarter is always more lucrative. And then you kind of have to make what you make in the beginning stretch towards the end when everyone's marketing budget's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's all these weird things that you don't think about, but you start learning as you're like, oh, shoot, I can't, like, because
I mean, I was doing the whole freelance thing way before I started doing it full time. So then, like, I never took that into account because
you had the safety net of your salary.
My salary job. Yeah. So then, but doing this, I feel like I've learned so much more and I've been a lot better at saving too. Mm-hmm. So I think, I don't know, anyone who's like, oh, I really want to freelance, but I'm like terrified of like the whole consistency of of an income coming in, so like whenever people talk to me about that, I'm always like, just try it for a little bit, try it for at least 6 months and then kind of work your way around it and see what you can do without, or try to work with your budget somehow, because don't just stop what you're doing and then try to find clients, because it's really hard the other way around. But then again, I'm sure like if you're really talented and determined, then you can do that too. But I'm not that way. I kind of have to like have that safety freelance first for like, I don't know, for a year or maybe 6 months and then work towards that full time.
Yeah. I mean, that's the beauty of freelance is you can do it on the side or take on as many clients or as little clients.
It's going to be hell for like however long you want to do both for, like doing your salary job and then your freelance as well. Because I was doing that for maybe like, I think 6 months to a year. I can't quite remember. It was hard because I worked a full-time job. And then when I got off work, I would continue doing everything else. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's hard for a while, but then I think it pays off,
Yeah, and now you're happy.
I'm so much happier now, yeah.
I think also you have to recognize, are you the type of person that likes to work for someone?
Yeah.
And if so, what are the benefits of you liking to work for someone? And then what are the benefits of you working for yourself? And is it something you could potentially do? Because my personality is very conducive to working for myself or freelancing. I just don't work well with others. I work well with others per project, but not for like a consistent like 10 years, 15 years. Like I couldn't imagine being at the same company for that long. I'm sure if I was working for a beauty lab though, I would, if if I was developing product. But just in typical corporate world, I also don't do well in corporate situations, like just working for corporations. Like I respect what they're doing, but there's too many red tapes to get something done. And but for example, like my brother, he would be horrible at working for himself. I mean, he would be very structured just because he would know how to structure and get things done, and he would get things done, but I don't think he would enjoy working for himself. Like he wouldn't want the stress. He wouldn't want the pressure. And
I think I'm like your brother, because when I first started out, it was really hard not having a team, to work with. And
I think as much as his personality would be good for working for himself, because he isn't very social and he's just like, I'll just do it kind of a thing. I think it would be a disservice for his personality too, because he would never see anybody. Like he would be the person that like became a hermit. Whereas I would still go to my bar method class or like, like I go make friends with the coffee guy. Like, I have my coffee dude. And I still have friends. Like I would make an active effort.
Real life friends.
Yeah, I have real life friends.
Yeah, because I'm like your brother in that sense, because all my friends before doing this is from work.
Yeah.
They're all from work. So yeah, I mean, I think it's also because when you see someone consistently every day for like however many years.
Yeah. Whether or not you like them, they're your friends.
Yeah, they just become your friends and you have to make it work. Yeah. So that's like some of my closest friends, or most of my closest friends, are from working.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do miss that a lot. But then like whenever I do miss it, I just like call them up or text them or something like that. And it always works out.
But you do that. My brother wouldn't even go that far. Ooh. That's what I'm saying. It's like you're a little bit like him in that you want the safety and you miss the community of going to work, but you take steps to like counteract that. Yeah. Whereas I could see him not doing that because he doesn't even text me, like unless he absolutely has to. It's totally fine. It's just how our relationship is, and it works well because I'll bug him. Yeah. But I think it's just, and some people just, it's not for them, and it's totally okay. But I think it's amazing that we live in a day and age where it can be such an easy, doable, not easy in the sense like this is an easy job, but like it is something like with the internet, with FaceTime, with all these things.
That's true, huh?
Yeah. Because I think,
so lucky.
Because we talk about, because I interview so many brands that they're like, well, I hated my job, so I want to do something I'm passionate about. I'm very lucky that I'm surrounded by people who love what they do, like absolutely love it. Yeah. They live and breathe their work and they don't mind. I think it's important to let people know the other side of that too. Like, it's okay to not love your job, but to find something that you might be passionate about on the side, because you truly, like, you found YouTube. Yeah. You know?
That's so crazy. YouTube is the longest job I've ever had.
Yeah. Yeah. But it wasn't a job. It was a hobby.
Yeah, it was a hobby.
And it wasn't till like recently it was probably making you money.
Yeah. So, but even then, I mean, like when I started making money, that's still one of the longest jobs I've ever had. So
seriously?
Yeah, because it's not something that I would keep up consistently if, you know, like if I didn't enjoy it either. So yeah, I don't know. It's really, ups and downs, I would say.
So you've been doing this for about 10 years, YouTube. Yeah. What are some of the changes you've noticed?
Changes. Oh, it's like a lot more saturated now. Oh yeah. I would say. Yeah. So it's a little bit harder to get your message across, I guess. And people, you know, what's funny that I really like. So when I first started watching YouTube, the reason why I really enjoyed it is because it's just webcam, you know? So people just sit down in front of a webcam and they're talking and stuff. Super casual, can be boring to most people, like if you're watching this, but like I really enjoyed that. And then it disappeared. That kind of disappeared, and it's like a lot of graphics and a lot of like crazy banners and like sound effects and like different angles and just a lot more advanced. And then suddenly it's kind of shifting back again.
Right? I noticed that, and it makes me so happy.
Yeah, because it's not only because editing is a lot easier, but it's a lot more personal, you know?
Yeah, you know, you saw my setup. I have the fancy lights and the fancy camera.
But then I like that your videos themselves, like even though the video quality is amazing, the quality of the content itself, like it's not like flashy. It's not like 4-second clips of this and that, you know?
Yeah, because I've tried to do that in the past, and it's fun, but I don't think that's why I watch YouTube, and it's not what I like about YouTube. Mm-hmm. And honestly, like, and I talk about this a lot more recently about buying into the hype or following the trends, and we all end up in it at some point. Yeah. But I'm over it. Yeah. Like, I just want to do what I want to do. Yeah. And if you like it, great. If you don't like it, there's 50,000 other channels you can watch.
Totally. Yeah.
And I think that's why I love your channel, because it's always very just honest. And like Chris mentioned, it's like watching a beauty vice. It's still engaging, but it's like simple. Thanks. And I really like some of Rachel's videos.
Oh yeah.
Because and I was trying to be like, why am I like watching 5 hours of her videos? Like, why am I literally watching everything on her channel right now?
Yeah.
And I think it's because it's just so, there's nothing flashy about it. She does put really great music.
Oh yeah, she does.
And
she does take like a bunch of shots too, so which like keeps you like entertained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not like, I don't know how to explain it.
It's very personal too, which I like.
That's what it's very personal. I love that both you and her are not wearing 5 pounds of makeup.
Oh, thanks.
You know,
I'm wearing 5 pounds of makeup right now.
I think what really has been upsetting me is everybody looks the same.
Yeah, you start to see that, huh?
Yeah, and I'm not saying you shouldn't wear foundation. If wearing full coverage foundation makes you feel better, by all means do it.
Yeah.
I personally think I look weird with like really, really full coverage.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I'm Asian and our features just don't hold that much foundation.
Layering.
I'm being completely serious because like I've never seen an Asian person look good with full coverage makeup.
Do you think it's because like no, actually I was like, do you think it's because we have like freckling and like moles and stuff like that?
I think so.
But then again, I see some girls with like full on foundations, like full cake face, and it looks good. It looks good on them.
That's the thing.
Like freaking Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, there are women who look really good with full coverage foundation and full contour and full bake and drape and like everything. Yeah. I look weird.
Yeah, and I think it's also like your self-perception too, because I'm sure if when you don't wear makeup, Chris is like, "Oh, you look beautiful," you know?
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know.
But like,
it's never been
I'm
like,
sure...
he's looking at me like, of course I say you look beautiful.
But you know, like,
but I've never also been like, do you like me with makeup or without? Yeah. Do you know what? Or I've asked him that question, but he's like, whatever makes you, he actually said, I think you feel better about yourself with less.
Yeah.
So, and he loves me no matter what. So it's never like, and I've never doubted it. So it's never like, oh, I can't show up with no makeup or I can't show up with makeup.
You should show up with like full like hair metal, 80s hair metal band makeup.
Oh, there has been a time when he was like, you need to take that off. And I got the mermaid collection from Jouer last summer and I put on every color.
But you were just playing around.
I know. But then I was trying to leave the house afterwards and he was like, what is on your face?
That's so funny.
Because it was every pastel shimmer.
Oh my God.
Like on my eyes. And like a mermaid iridescent highlight.
That's so cool.
And then like a hot pink iridescent lip gloss. Like it was just too much all at once.
Oh, you know what? What I really want to do though is like have someone like, I don't know, like God, Jeffree Star, like someone like Jeffree Star do my makeup.
I wonder what we would look like.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Because, and here's the thing, he or she, does he go by,
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't watch him that much, so.
He wears a lot of makeup here and there, but he does videos without makeup on.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think it would be really cool to see what he could do, like full face or Nikki tutorials.
Yeah. Oh, I love her.
Yeah. Anybody who just like glams it up every day. Yeah. And but I also want people who watch my videos to know it's okay to not do that.
Yeah, totally.
And also, I don't think most people have the time
to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people, I mean, I have some friends who take like an hour and a half to do their makeup every day and it doesn't look like they're doing anything, but it's thoroughly because they enjoy it, you know?
Oh yeah, that's different. Like I'll sit in front of my makeup mirror for an hour and a half just playing with makeup.
Yeah.
But it's
or like every night when you're doing your skincare.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
12 steps or whatever.
I narrowed it down to 3.
I still have like the full on spectrum. So I thoroughly enjoy that. So I'll take my sweet ass time, you know, I'll take an hour if I need to. And I love it.
I think people probably think I'm more like you. But I'm like 5 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know. Cause you have so much stuff. You have so much like beauty stuff.
There have been moments where I'm like, I'm thinking about just tossing everything or donating everything and starting over.
Yeah, no, I get such bad anxiety. I'm getting anxiety just thinking about that.
I get
There's
anxiety
so many things
about
that you're attached to, you know?
Well, I'll keep the stuff like literally like everything has to fit in this bag.
In
And
one
if it
makeup bag.
yeah, and if it doesn't fit or if it doesn't fit in my drawer for skincare, it's going.
Yeah.
Cuz I
I
mean
constantly do that though. I constantly like toss things or not toss things. I just like I put them in like separate bags to give because I have so many siblings. So I'll give them to my sisters and
See,
stuff. So
that's awesome. My sister doesn't wear makeup and she has rosacea, so she can't use
Ooh.
skincare. She used to take all my skincare that I didn't want or didn't finish.
Yeah.
And then she developed rosacea. And I was all like,
Because of it?
I don't think it was because of it, but it didn't help. It
yeah.
happened after her pregnancy.
Oh, yeah.
So I think your hormones definitely change because her son has it too.
Mm-hmm.
And I get really weird, like red textured skin every year around this time.
Oh, spring allergy season?
Yeah, it's allergies. And so that's why right now I literally cleanse and moisturize.
Oh, that's
like
it.
I'll use the Zero Zinc from La Roche-Posay because the zinc like really calms down my skin. But that's it right now because I can't.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know that life.
I'll get crazy.
I love the 12 steps.
I'll get crazy and do like 15, 12 steps. But
Yeah.
every so often I'm like, my skin is just like, I've had it. You can't do this.
Yeah. Especially because like in your job, you're testing out so many products too, and you're reviewing so many. So you have to like have your skin endure all that or all the changes and everything.
Yeah. So every so often I literally just
Strip down. Yeah.
strip down. I stopped wearing foundation for the last 3 weeks now.
Whoa. Are you wearing foundation right now? It looks good.
Thanks. I am
should
wearing
leave
a
it.
tinted SPF. I wear a tinted to SPF.
Well, I like that.
Yeah.
That's
well,
nice.
I figured I'm going to wear SPF anyways. Let's just put some tint in it.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, I stopped wearing foundation for a little bit, but then I enjoy putting it on so much that I started.
I like it. I found this new one. So have you ever been to Cost Bar?
No.
Okay. So I don't know how new they are, but there's one in Brentwood. There's one in Newport. I got a gift card. So I went to Cost Bar and I'm obsessed because it's like, it's kind of like Violet Voss. Sorry, not Violet Voss.
Gray.
Violet Gray. Sorry, Violet Voss is the eyeshadow palette I have. Violet Gray, but different at the same time. And there's this new brand. I can't remember the name of it. I'll show it to you before you leave. But it's it's all based in skincare and like stem cells and all that stuff.
Oh, is it Dr.
Zill. I want to say it starts with a Z.
Sturm?
I do. It might be that.
The blood stuff?
Oh no, not
No,
not the
okay.
blood stuff. I haven't gone that intense yet. But he has his stuff at Cost Bar.
Yeah.
And I was like, tell me about this line. And it just sounded so interesting. And I tested the foundation and it feels like water, but it covered and and you can build up the coverage.
Oh, I love that.
So it's like an all-in-one foundation.
Yeah.
And it feels like water. It feels like I'm just putting water on my skin.
Yeah. I love like foundations that feel like oil or like serums.
Yeah. It's amazing. So I
to see
bought that and then I'm Kajal Weiss. Is that how you say
I think so, yeah.
Kajal Weiss? I've been really interested in trying her stuff,
Yeah.
but I can never swatch it.
Yeah.
So they had it and I bought the foundation and a blush.
Oh, nice.
I've started to love blush.
Oh, that's good.
Well, I know it's your favorite makeup
yeah, it's
product.
my favorite.
It's like your really favorite.
Yeah, it's like if I'm leaving the house with nothing on, it'd be just one thing. It would be blush.
Are you wearing blush now?
Oh yeah.
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing Glossier. This is the purpley color. Haze, I think.
Haze.
I
I'm
think it's
wearing
called Haze.
Beam.
Beam. Oh, it just came back in stock.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
It's a nice.
Beam,
one.
and then what's the brownie one?
You know what? I think that one's Haze. I think it's called Haze.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm wearing the berry color. I forget what it's called.
What's that one called?
I don't remember.
It's pretty though.
Yeah, I love it.
I love wearing haze on my
Contouring.
Yeah.
A little bit, right?
Yeah. And then I watched your video, so I pulled out my foundation flat
Did you try
brush.
it?
Yeah.
Does it work better with it?
So much better.
Yeah, I love that because it blends so easily.
Yeah. And then I don't have like 5 fingers of like
Blush.
yeah.
Oh, I love I can talk about makeup all day.
I know. No, but that's why I love it's like I love your channel. I love Rachel's because it's makeup for like every day and we love makeup, but we don't have to wear
A boatload.
Yeah. And it's okay. Again, it's totally okay if you want to wear a boatload.
Yeah.
I personally find that I feel more comfortable with less.
Yeah.
And I think it's better for my skin.
Yeah.
But I love eye makeup.
Oh, I need to get into eye makeup.
I started watching, is it Violet_F?
Yes.
Yeah, because of you.
Oh, I love her stuff.
She's changed my life with eyeliner.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Did you watch her
She just like draws it on like crazy, right?
No, her recent one, because I never thought so. I'm doing her little like smoky wing thing that she does, or smudgy wing. Yeah. So I never thought to smudge. I always smudge my normal eyeliner pencils, but I never thought to smudge my liquid eyeliner.
Oh wait, yeah, I did see that. She does it with her fingers. Right?
Yeah, but to keep the wing part like winged, but then to smudge
the rest of it.
Yeah,
because for me with winged liner, that part's gonna smudge anyway because I have like kind of hooded eyes. Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense.
But I was just like, this is brilliant. I love it. And then you don't have to be perfect at your line.
Yeah, I love her channel.
She doesn't wear foundation.
She doesn't wear foundation?
She says she doesn't wear foundation.
Huh.
Based on my stalking abilities. She says she doesn't wear foundation. She does wear concealer. But I'm just kind of like...
She's got such like...
It's
a good tan.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love her. I love her channel. Are you subscribed to Violet Gray's channel? Because they feature her on
a lot.
Channel. Yeah.
Sometimes I get confused because I'm like, wait, what? She has a new video, but it's really on.
Yeah.
Violet Gray. I went in there the other day and bought the new Jillian Dempsey. I was watching Lisa Eldridge and she used the like eye gloss from Jillian Dempsey.
Yeah.
And I was like, where did you get that? And I just randomly walked into Violet Gray and they had it. And I was like, I have to buy this. Wow. Anything that Lisa Eldridge puts on her face.
I know. I love her channel. I love the way, like her filming is always so consistent. It's not flashy in any sense.
It's just about the makeup.
Yeah, it's just about the makeup.
Good quality.
Yeah. I love that. Clear audio.
Clear audio.
It's just something I need to work on.
It's the struggles, man. Struggles of doing everything yourself.
Yeah.
I'm sure she has help.
I don't know. You'd be surprised.
Really?
Because I feel like a lot of YouTubers, you're like, oh, I'm sure you have help, and then when you actually see them, you're like, oh wow, you do everything yourself. You edit everything yourself. You know. Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe.
Man,
it always looks like she's like filming in the Matrix.
Yeah.
The white room in the Matrix. I love that.
But I love it because I can see the colors and everything. Exactly. And she's so pretty. I want her rings.
I know she does wear the best accessories, isn't she?
But she always has those two stones.
Yeah.
The green one and the yellow.
Yeah, and it's always like on her like pointy finger. Yeah, I'm going to start doing that. Good eye. Keen eye for detail.
I'm like, I want those rings. She shared because she recently added a third one. I think she got for herself or present or something. But they're like a specific designer. And I want to know like which ones.
Oh, man.
I have to go back and find out.
Google. I'm sure Google will
Lisa
explain
Eldridge
everything.
Rings.
I'm sure you'll find it.
So, and I recently started watching your uniform videos.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I put that away for like a whole year and then, I just brought it back.
I want those pants.
The wide pants?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Those are really comfy.
So talk about a little bit about your fashion because I always just feel like you have the most unique pieces and you don't buy too much into fast fashion.
I used to. I used to buy a lot of fast fashion, but then last year I saw a couple of years ago I saw this documentary that my friend shared with me. It's called The True Cost. I forget.
Yeah.
The True Cost. Yeah. And it was just like it really blew my mind. So after that I stopped making uniform videos because I don't know, I felt really guilty about it because a lot of the stuff I featured in the past were like from Zara or from Forever 21, which is, it's fine. It's just,
it's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable. Yeah.
Unless it's like the amount of meat we eat in this country.
Totally. Yeah. So after that, I just felt really guilty, like talking about clothing and stuff. So then, but I've always liked independent designers as well. So I've always had pieces from different designers here and there, but it wasn't until like last year I'd say that I kind of stopped shopping for clothing unless it was like thrifted, or if it's something I really wanted, I'll save up for it and spend the extra money on it.
Now, so how do you take care of that? Because I always get nervous when like my nicer pieces.
So I don't buy crazy like Chanel things, like that you have to dry clean. It's always like, organic cotton, or like things that you can just wash.
No, but those pants, how much were those pants?
They're like $400.
Yeah, so what do you do with those pants?
For a long time. I just wash them. Yeah, you can throw them in the wash.
You don't have to put them in the dry. You don't have to dry clean them?
Mm-mm. Yeah, you just throw them in the wash. And the other thing is I don't wash my jeans all that often or my pants all that often.
Well, you don't have to.
Yeah, apparently you don't have to. I just do it when it gets like kind of stained.
Yeah.
Here and there. Like there's a giant stain on my jeans right here. But I'm going to leave it there because
it's not going to kill anyone.
Yeah, I mean, your jeans are ripped.
I know.
So
it's a look.
It's a look. Yeah, totally.
So
it's preference.
Because I do buy fast fashion still. I know I shouldn't, but
are you consuming when you go on YouTube, you know how like oftentimes girls will do hauls of like a boatload of stuff. Like they buy 15 dresses at once and they wear everything once.
No, I don't do that.
No, that's the difference.
The other thing is I used to when I was younger, but now honestly, like I rather look good and just have a few pieces.
Yeah.
So I recently, a few months back, I invested in my first like ever really expensive clothing piece, which was a Balmain. Is it Balmain or Balmain?
I don't even know how to pronounce that. What is that?
It's
that's another level for me.
It's a French designer, right? And I'm probably saying it wrong. They're gonna kill me, but it's a blazer. It's a jacket, and I thought I'd always thought like if I'm gonna buy one piece of ready to wear, like really spend that much money, it would be this jacket because one, it'll keep me warm, and two, you can style it so many different ways. It's just a classic blazer.
Yeah.
And I'm so casual 90% of my life that if I throw that jacket over anything I'm wearing, I can go to a business meeting.
Yeah. That's how I think most people like their mindset is for like a leather jacket. They'll spend like a boatload of money on a leather jacket.
I really want one.
Yeah. But the thing is, if you buy one, you're going to wear it for years to come,
They're just so expensive.
Yeah, exactly. But, cost per wear. So like instead of buying like a bunch of $30 like pleather jackets.
I don't even do that though. I just stare at all.
You're like, oh, I love this.
There's an Acne jacket, the typical leather jacket that I've been eyeing for.
That one's beautiful, yeah.
Like 2 years.
Yeah, that one's classic. I mean, it was in like 5 years ago. It's going to be in for another like forever,
I guess I just contemplate like, am I really going to wear this leather jacket as much?
Yeah, you will. That's the thing. That's the crazy thing. You will.
If I owned it, I would.
Yeah.
I guess because I don't own a leather jacket, I'm just like, do I really need this? Because I've gone so long without one.
Yeah. I can't pull off the leather jacket.
I don't think I can either because I
think you can.
I'm really narrow in my shoulders, but I have like a really big chest. And and then I'm short. So things that don't fit properly or if they're too bulky on me, I look bigger.
Oh, try there's this company called Shot. They make like leather jackets. It's like the Marlon Brando jacket.
Ooh.
It's called the Perfecto. And it's a little bit more cropped. So I feel like for someone like you, it'd be like the perfect proportions.
Okay. Yeah.
It's really good for women.
Okay. I have to Shot?
Yeah, Shot. SCHOTT. Perfecto. Okay. I know they have a store, or they're sold in a store on La Brea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check. See, that's the thing. All the coolest places.
I don't know. It's my friends. That's what it is. Yeah. A lot of my friends like know really cool things, and then I learn from them. Yeah.
That store we went to on Melrose, like off of Melrose Place.
Yeah. 10/6. That's my favorite store.
So I took Chris there afterward, and we went, and I bought a candle from Boy Smells.
Yeah.
And then I bought that. Is it that lipstick?
Yeah. Kosas.
Mm-hmm. I was like, Christine has this lipstick. I must buy one.
Do you like it?
I haven't tried it yet.
Oh, what?
That's my problem is because like I'll be like, I have to have this because it's so special and it's different, and like I love how much Christine loves it.
Yeah.
So I picked a color. I can't remember the shade. I bought it. It's sitting on my table.
Oh, it's my favorite. I always reach for it because it smells so good too. It smells like chocolate to me.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, I
love the
love it.
packaging. I love everything. And then I bought the Boy Smells candle because I like to have a really unisex candle in our bedroom. And I'm trying to be better about not buying a ton of Bed Bath and Beyond, or not Bath and Body Work candles, because I just feel like they're so generic.
Okay, so at my house, my bathroom is basically all Aesop. So like it's all themed, like everything's Aesop. But then every once in a while, when I'm in like a shitty mood, if I'm not having a good day, I'll reach underneath the counter and I have a sweet pea from Bath and Body Works. It just makes me feel good. It's nostalgic.
It's your nice. Is it from high school?
Yeah, it's from freaking high school. You
Yeah.
know, it's like the scent that I loved when I was in high school. So I'll reach for that like all the time.
I just know it's not the healthiest candles to burn.
Yeah, but sometimes you just need that nostalgia to kick back in, right?
Mine is Leaves, their candle, the Leaves candle, and the peach, the country peach.
Mine's Moonlight Path and Sweet Pea and Cucumber Melon sometimes.
Cucumber Melon.
Cucumber Melon's like from elementary school.
Middle school and high school for me. Cucumber Melon was my thing.
See, I'll always love that.
So I and that's the thing, I do love it.
Yeah.
It's just,
it's not really good for you.
It's not really good for us. And I want to be a little bit more conscious with what I'm consuming as I get older, which can be really bad for my wallet.
Yeah.
But
no, but over time you're not consuming a boatload of stuff. So over time. Yeah.
I'm trying
the good stuff.
I'm trying to be better about it.
Yeah.
But I do have a need to shop.
Yeah.
Thrift instead.
Yeah.
So is there any advice that you would give somebody trying to start YouTube now? Because you've really been around for like 10.
I tell everyone the same thing. Like whenever they ask for like advice about starting a YouTube channel, I always just say, just start the first channel. Start the first video. Yeah. Because that's the hardest part. Because a lot of people just prep for it and keep prepping. And
you can prep till you die.
Yeah, exactly. And then they never get it out there, you know? So just break that barrier. Just get it up. And then after that, consistency. So like with you, how you have like certain days, consistency. So even if you just do it once a week, just have it up every day at like, I don't know, Thursdays at 9:00 or whatever, you know? Yeah. Choose a time where you always have it scheduled, and then just be consistent with it and keep it something that you want to see, or something that you would want to watch, not just, you know, what's trending at the moment, because that's so saturated.
I think that's really hard to do too, like to stay true to who you are.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's always a struggle for me.
Yeah. And then oftentimes people will be like, oh, but how do you come up with like new content and stuff, or like new video ideas? Those will come because people are constantly asking for requests, you know, or giving requests, or like giving you content ideas.
I'm overwhelmed with like all the things I want to make. I don't have enough days.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, just make your first video and put it out there. Make sure that you upload it, you know? And then after that, it'll be a lot easier, because the first video is the hardest part.
Yeah, I agree.
People always ask about like, oh, what filming equipment, what do I need to buy, and all that stuff. It's like, no, that comes later. Just get your first video up. You can shoot from your freaking iPhone, like,
especially if you have an iPhone 7 now.
Yeah. Like, I know. I can shoot in 4K.
I know, right? I think my phone is a higher resolution than my actual camera.
Really? Yeah, I sold my vlogging camera because of my phone.
Are you serious? Yeah. How's the sound?
It sounds shitty, but that's the only difference. Chris is like, oh, no.
Yeah, because I mean, the sound isn't that great.
No, the sound isn't that great. But I mean, like, sometimes it's better just to have a camera in the moment than, you know, pulling out a camera, or like remember to bring a camera. You always have your phone on you. So sometimes like the content itself is better than missing the opportunity. Like, you know, and letting the opportunity pass just because you don't have the right camera on you. Yeah.
Are there what's some of your struggles that you've dealt with through the years?
I think the biggest struggle right now is just negative comments, because I read everything. And I take everything into account. So it really bums me out, especially now that like I'm a bit more fragile. I just went through a breakup. So yes, the negative comments are really bumming me out right now, but it's a hump that you get past.
You get past and then it happens again.
And then, if it's like the right time of the month, oh God.
Oh yeah.
It's brutal. But you know, it's like any job, you know, you have your good days and your bad days, but if you have a boss, which is, for me, my bosses are you guys, like the people who are watching, the people who are like reading and commenting. Like when your boss is just giving you shit, you know, like then you'll have a bad day. And that's how it's been feeling for the past, I don't know, like 2 weeks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I know it's a hump that I'll get past, you know.
Do you, what hurts more? Because for me, like if someone just says I'm ugly, I can get past it quicker.
Yeah.
But
so the first time I heard that, I was really hurt by it. But then I thought about it and I left my computer open too. And my friend Nick actually went ham on whoever. I was like, dude, that's not even my speaking voice, you know? Like, so no, but like that used to hurt a lot. But then now it's like the stuff like, hey, you're such a sellout, or like,
yeah, that hurts.
That really
the
bums me
most.
out because, dude, this is my livelihood, you know? This is my job.
Well,
I'm doing my best and it just sucks.
Here's the thing. I don't think people realize is it's very expensive to run a channel, even if it's just a hobby.
Yeah.
I spent probably tens of thousands of dollars on my channel.
Yeah.
Before, on equipment, on products to review for people before I even like made a penny.
Yeah.
And to this day, I would say everything I make goes back into the channel.
Yeah.
I'm lucky because Chris still has a job.
Yeah.
And provides. But
yeah. Thank you, Chris.
But which is why everything I make goes back into the channel.
Yeah.
You saw the lights, you saw, you know, like,
yeah.
And yes, I get a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah.
But I buy a shit ton of stuff
Yeah.
still because I'm not sent things from brands that maybe I didn't like something in the past and they saw it and they're like, we're not sending it to her. She's on our shit list.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm not going to review their stuff.
Yeah.
Or some brands just don't know I'm alive and that's totally okay.
Yeah.
I don't expect to get free stuff. And a lot of times the new products don't get sent to me right away.
Yeah.
So I want to go buy it.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, from my experience, I get sent so much shit that like you really have to filter through and find the things that you like and then talk about that. But when you do talk about those things, like oftentimes people are like, oh, you're just saying that because you got that for free or you got that sent to you. But no, that's not the case at all.
Yeah.
Because I see the stuff in your room, you know, it's a ton of stuff that you have to filter through. If you had to talk about each and every single like individual item, that'll take, you know, days and days of filming.
I don't talk about things. And you know, there's no way. Like you see what I'm using and you see the piles. You literally were like, hey, what's this? I'm like, I just got it. I don't know. I'll get to it when I get to it.
Yeah. But the thing is, as soon as you get to it, like other things consume more space. So what people don't really see is that I really go through and like use up products that I love, you know?
And you use up your stuff. Like both you and Rachel.
Yeah.
And I feel like you two are the only ones I see that actually like your makeup looks like it's been used.
Yeah. Because I love the stuff that I love, you know?
Which is why I go out and buy what you love. Yeah. Like I was like, that lipstick, Christine loves that lipstick, so I'm gonna go buy it because I need another lipstick.
Yeah. I saw your lipstick collection.
Sarcasm, by the way. I do not need more lipstick.
Yeah.
But I think that's one thing. I'm sure there are people who are not as genuine, and honestly, to be completely honest, it's typically the smaller channels who are getting PR for the first time because I know when I first got my PR boxes,
you want to please them, you want to make them happy and stuff, right?
Yeah, I wanted people to be happy on both sides, and I was so excited about the things I was getting that I might not have been in the right frame of mind to be objective.
Yeah.
I didn't intend to not be objective.
Yeah.
I also didn't test as much.
Yeah.
So now I have a huge like knowledge base of what things should feel like and what things I like and what things I don't like, even down to ingredients, where if something has an ingredient I know I just don't get along with, odds are it's going in the giveaway pile.
Yeah. Zinc. That's my ingredient that I don't get along with, which sucks.
You're allergic to zinc, right?
I'm not allergic. I think I might be actually because they get little bumps.
Is it zinc or titanium dioxide?
I'm pretty sure it's zinc because it's in that foundation that we both swatched.
So they had both.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm pretty sure it's zinc because anything with zinc in it, like the smell, like turns me off, and like,
which is why you like chemical SPF.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because
I get nauseous from it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you do well with chemical SPF, and honestly, you should wear any type of SPF versus nothing.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, just wear SPF that's chemical then.
Yeah.
And I feel really bad because I was reading some of the comments from your SPF video, and I was just like, and I don't know if you because I got distracted reading comments while I was watching, and I'm like, in your situation, the Glossier SPF is perfect for you.
Yeah.
Because
it's clear, it doesn't smell like metal.
It doesn't have zinc in it.
It doesn't break me out or anything. Yeah. But then I don't know. It's crazy. Even if you try to include as much or as many options as possible and not make it one-sided, it'll always come out. Like people come into things or people come into watching videos with like one mentality and then they'll just attack you from there, you know?
Yeah. And it sucks. Like,
yeah, it does suck.
And I think that's what hurts the most are those comments when people are saying you're not being genuine.
Yeah.
You're only trying to make money.
Yeah. That's the thing. And I was like really upfront and honest about commission and stuff too. So so it really bums me out when like, even if I explain everything out, like it's never going to go the way I want it to go. But that's just the thing with this job. But
you also get a lot of views from non-subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
You have insane views.
Oh, thanks.
Like, yeah, I'm always like, whoa. Like, because it's really hard to get it's always hard to get more than your subscriber base in terms of views. So I think that's why you get a lot of these comments that they don't know you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas everybody watching my videos typically know me.
Yeah.
Already. Like they've made an active decision to follow me.
Yeah. It's so funny because when I started my channel, the reason why I haven't changed the name is because I wanted that. Like I wanted people to only, like people who really looked for me to actually type in my full name because it's so difficult to find.
Yeah.
To watch me, you know, like if you're that invested into actually researching to find me, then you'll probably like watching my videos. But you get both. I mean, I guess it doesn't always work out the way you intend, right?
Yeah, I think you do a really good job at getting your videos to be searchable.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of it's good for you.
Yeah.
It just comes with those comments.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
But I think this is a good place for people to learn like some of the behind the scenes that goes on. Like there's no way we like everything and we don't like everything.
Yeah, no. You don't see me on days when I have like active like allergies, you know, like
to products.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you know, a couple months ago I had like a crazy allergic reaction on my neck. It wasn't just on my neck. It was like all over my body. But the only reason why I filmed that day was because I made a promise to myself that I would film at the end of every month. But I mean, if it were any other case, I would not have filmed that, you know? But you wouldn't see me on a bad day. You wouldn't see me on a day where I have like a giant zit, you know? Or like...
But I think it was okay that you had a rash.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to film with like an allergic reaction
on
my mouth. That. And then someone made a comment and was like, it looks like you got lip fillers. I'm like, no, I did not get lip fillers. I told you guys my lips are like swollen and blistering right now.
Oh my God, I remember that.
And so funny. The funny thing is like, and I really, really, really appreciate this from like my loyal watchers that do know what's happening with me, because someone commented was like, she said she had an allergic reaction. Like, how rude. And what kind of a comment is this to begin with? Yeah. Like, you know, so I do appreciate people coming to my defense as long as it's not calling someone like a name or being too aggressive, because I read every comment. Yeah. I don't respond to every comment. I can't at this point. And when my mom was sick and then when she passed, like I just emotionally, I couldn't do it. Yeah. So that was like a huge learning thing. Like I don't have to respond to everybody, and I don't have to read every comment when it happens. Yeah. Because there's weeks where I won't read a comment because I can't.
Yeah. That's how I'm feeling like right now. Like I can't respond to anything right now because I just
don't check your comments for until you're ready.
Yeah,
Almost.
totally.
Yeah, and they'll be there when
they'll be there. They'll be waiting.
they'll be waiting for you when you're ready.
Yeah.
But yeah, another thing is like, guys, we don't make that much money.
Yeah,
like,
no,
we really
that's what people
don't.
assume. I freelance a lot. So.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I have a husband that pays our rent and stuff, so it's like,
That's so sweet.
but that's what I'm saying. It's like, if people realize how much work we did and how much we actually got paid commission wise, if we got commission that month, and how much people offer us for a video, even, it's ridiculous. It's a little laughable at times. And I say no so much.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't even respond. I'm like,
everyone gets a response, but I say no a lot.
Yeah.
And my favorite PR companies and favorite brands to work with are the ones who understand I don't like everything.
Yeah.
Are the ones who also like will continue to send me stuff because they know I might not like everything, but the next thing could be what I love.
Yeah. That's what I learned from you, actually, because I used to just like type out this like message. It's like a generic message. Unfortunately, I'm not interested at the moment. Best of luck and that kind of thing. But then I like what you say about how you will accept, but under these conditions, like you have to make sure like you can possibly give negative feedback as well. And they have to like just eat that up, and then people still send you shit anyway.
Well, yeah. And
so I think that's a very honest way to approach it.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people just want free stuff, and that's great. Like, it helps me make content, but I think they need to be aware of what that means on my end, because it doesn't do you it doesn't service you as a brand if I lose my credibility. Yeah. And it doesn't service me.
Yeah.
And if I don't like your mascara, but I love your eyeliner, that could be really good for you. Yeah. And hopefully you want to learn why I don't like your mascara.
Yeah.
And again, as a brand and as a content creator, not everyone's going to like us.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you can't please
so
everyone.
Yeah.
So I just think there's a lot of things that we have to learn and kind of juggle and go through. But it's crazy, this perception that YouTubers should not do sponsored videos or should not make money. Yeah. Like, because I don't know how else you want us to continue to buy products and produce content.
Exactly. And then when you disappear, they're like, oh, wait, like, I haven't seen you on YouTube for however long. It's like, dude, like, what am I supposed to do? It's
I have to work then. Yeah. Like, I just don't know where this thing came from.
I don't either. But there's always going to be two sides to it. So,
but you wouldn't ask your teacher to teach you for free.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Some people would. I'm
sure some people would, but it would be like I wouldn't ask my barista to not get paid and continue to make my coffee.
Yeah. And really enjoy it. Yeah.
And really enjoy it and talk to me, like hang out with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's silly. It's a job and it's not always a job, but when it gets to that point for me to continue to do what I want to do, like the podcast, we don't make money on the podcast. I just like doing it. And I think it's a great service and educational and fun. And I think hopefully it inspires people listening and maybe get a behind the scenes look at everything.
Yeah. I think it explains a lot about like what we do too, or even like with the brands that you interview. It's so cool to hear the backstory, and you get so much more like attached to the brands too. Yeah.
And last week was Sarah Happ, and I got to ask her, like, why do you put mineral oils in your products? Because I'm against it.
Yeah.
I use your stuff, but I don't use your lip balm because it has mineral oil in it. Like, why? And then she explains it. So it's a good way for her to set the record straight. And then she's also like, by the way, I know this. I'm coming out with one without it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So it's really cool to be able to just sit down and talk to these people and they're just people. They're, they're just people.
You're putting a face to it, which is,
I think it's really cool. And like Pravana, it was our first guest for season 2, and they've been doing my hair this year. Yeah. And someone was all like, Serein, I'm unsubscribing from you because everything you talk about is because you're getting paid or they gave it to you. And I'm like, no.
If you only knew.
No. And you know, no. Like
Yeah.
I've been coloring my hair since I was 14. Pravana's the best.
Yeah.
I was able to go the longest without getting my hair retouched. And even when I walked in, I was like, hey, can you do what you did last time? She was just like, your hair doesn't even really need to be retouched. I'm like, I know it doesn't, but in certain lights, it looks warm. And she's like, yeah, I see what you're talking about. But I was just like, nobody who has ever had a color like mine has been able to make it last 3 months.
Yeah. The upkeep, man.
The upkeep is intense, and
it looks so cool though, so I think it's worth it.
I know it's totally worth it. I'm gonna maintain it, but it's like typically it's every 4 weeks they have to go in and get it fixed. Otherwise it starts to fade and look really weird. And I told them, I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. I don't have the time, and I'm just that lazy. Like I won't do it. So they sent me home with purple shampoo, purple conditioner, and they're like, here's your hair color when it gets really bad. And I was able to do 3 months.
That's amazing.
So if it's 3 months, I can do it.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not being paid by them. They didn't pay me. Yeah, they did my hair for free, but I also was like, I will pay for this. Tell me how much.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, I'll go buy their purple shampoo, like, because it's maintaining my hair. So I'm just because it's free does not mean I'm obligated to mention it. They don't ask me to talk about them,
especially because like all the other hair brands that probably reach out to.
I get so much hair products, and I literally use Pravana, Briogeo, and Fido.
I don't know anything about hair.
I don't either. I just use what works.
Yeah,
you know. And
I've been down to that. I don't
and then they get mad if I work with Briogeo a lot, and I'm like, no, but I seriously use them all the time. I use them and talk about them more than I'm being paid to. Yeah. So when they offer to pay me, why would I not?
Yeah.
Take it.
You're already a fan. Yeah.
I'm already a fan, and it'd be nice to like buy more product.
Yeah.
Or ship the giveaway prizes that I give away. Shipping's expensive.
Oh yeah, that's true. Man, I love that you do a lot of giveaways though.
Yeah. So, where can everybody find you?
Oh, so I'm on YouTube. It's Christine. That's Chrisssstttiiine.
I'll have it linked in the description box of the video or in the show notes if you're listening on iTunes.
Sweet. Yeah, that's my name over every platform, so it's a little bit hard to find, but if you take the time to find it, thanks.
I have trouble finding it sometimes. Instagram.
Yeah, same name.
What are your main platforms? So YouTube, Instagram.
Yeah, just YouTube, Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me. Thanks, Chris, for setting this up.
I hope you guys enjoyed. And everything you might need will be in the show notes or the description box. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.